I liked it when she said that.
She never said I see Ito.
Or the Brady Bunch, or
Hi,
Hollywood.
Ito. I didn't see you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard to see everybody, Kathy.
We just have to, when you,
Hi, Angie. Now I see Ito. Hi, Ito.
Yeah,
I
I
love
see.
your top.
Yeah, you have to keep scrolling. So Melinda, I can see her now. And Sarah, I didn't see this whole side of the room.
Hello.
Dad and Ron. I mean, is this the fun side? I see how this works.
you have to speak.
You're laughing. I know you're fun.
Yeah, you have to scroll over to people, but in a non-creepy way. You just got to be.
In a non.
Well, they don't know you're doing it, do they?
I was gonna say it could be creepy. I mean,
They do now.
knows, right?
Hi. Is
In a
Brian Bertram? He's
non-creepy way.
outdoors.
Hi guys.
Funny.
To you.
Ona.
Oh, there's pretty
Hi,
Jane.
Maggie.
Look, she's at the beach.
There's Brian.
So JR, are you emceeing this?
Believe it or not.
But Darren is emceeing this. We gave him the mic.
No, that's I get to do the second part. I'm here as a guest, and I'm waiting for my cheese tray right about now.
Oh, yummy.
We'll work on that.
Do you have a drink?
Yeah, I do have a drink. We at least have a toast, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
I do that. I got.
Yes.
Right. Well, can I do that before
Yes, do
Darren
it.
gets started?
Joe.
Yes.
First of all, I wanted to thank all of you for your support, the emotional support and financial support. You're what's allowed us to even have this gala. And I think although we're completely heartbroken and we can't be there in person and dance and have music, and this'll have to do, and it'll have to do for a little bit, but we promise it's going to be a fun night. We've got some great stuff planned after this, but we thought it would be a good opportunity for us to get together, say a couple words, thank our sponsors, and really do our best to collectively get through this really tough moment together and to support hospice. So thank you so much. Cheers.
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 Here, here.
Well, Maggie, you want me to go ahead and follow up after Ito? Okay, well, we want to officially, as Ito just introduced and welcomed you, we want to welcome you to our VIP reception for our National Hospice Foundation Gala. We are all very disappointed we didn't get to see each other at the National Harbor, but we're sure glad we get to see each other in this capacity. My name is Greg Wood, if you haven't got to meet me yet, and I'm the current chair for NHPCO board. And in my other time, I am the executive director with Hospice of the Ozarks in Mountain Home, Arkansas. And so we're glad that you are here. We have 37 sponsors that have been able to help us with this gala, and we're so excited that each of you are a part of this reception. And we just look forward to hearing stories from you and the impact that you've made. We're so indebted to the contribution for the NHPCO mission. We couldn't do it without you, and we're deeply thankful for that. I'd like to hand it over now to Darren Bertram, who is our National Hospice Foundation Philanthropy Council Chair. And you are in good hands with Darren as he walks us through the next few minutes of our reception. Darren, welcome, and thank you for being a part of this, sir. Great job.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Greg. Really appreciate it. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we go and how things are going to go. I think we got Alex or whoever is going to mute everybody. And then what we're going to do is then hopefully we'll unmute people as we call on you. And hopefully we'll be able to find you and you'll be able to be unmuted. So it's going to be a little crazy, but just bear with us because this is our first virtual gala VIP. So I wanted to just real quick take a moment to thank the members of the Philanthropy Council that it's made up of. I'm the chair of the council, which doesn't mean anything, but there's members of the council who also go about and we try and get sponsors and we help with the gala. And I wanted to thank them all. We did a lot of work getting ready for the gala that didn't happen. So I wanted to thank them though for getting ready for this gala. So we did a really nice job. And then I just want to thank all of our sponsors. You know, it was really really moving and touching that we raised a lot of money for a gala, and our gala didn't happen. And we didn't know what we were going to do, but we decided to do this virtual gala, and our sponsors all said, yes, we want to actually participate and be in this gala. And so we thought we'd be able to do something on here that we haven't done before, where we get our sponsors get a time. So we're going to have each sponsor, we're going to give you about a minute to either talk or show a video. And I think we've explained it all to everybody ahead of time, but you're going to get a short amount of time. So when you're talking, if you go over, we're just going to mute you. So don't be afraid. I can see Angie Sells on my screen right now, and I know she talks eventually. We're just going to, if she goes too long, it's going to be nice. So if you hear yourself talking and somebody else is there
Love you too, Darren.
yeah. I would also encourage everybody to go to your speaker view on your Zoom up in the top corner speaker view, so you just get the one speaker and then all the people at the top. So you'll be able to see who's talking and who's on there. So I think our first, I'm going to go right into our first sponsors and our first talk. And so it's our first one is Cambia Health Foundation. And I believe we have Peggy McGuire is speaking. And before we turn it over to Peggy, I just wanted to give a quick shout out. Cambia was our lead sponsor for the gala, but once the COVID hit, they actually doubled the amount of money they were giving to go out and get PPE for, to have the NHPCO be able to help, or the National Hospice Foundation provide PPE for hospices in need. And so cheers to them. Instead of saying we want our money back, they said, how about we give you more money? And I'll tell you what, Ido, if there's one thing I've learned from him when he's in charge of the NHPCO, it's that giving more money is better than less money. So we like that. So if we could go to Peggy, where are you? Raise your hand. Alex will find you and unmute you and fire up. Peggy?
Thank you so much. It's great to be here and great to support NHPCO. Cambia Health Foundation is the corporate foundation of Cambia Health Solutions. We're headquartered in Portland, Oregon, and we have made hospice and palliative care a priority for our company because we believe it changes the experience of people with serious illness and their family members. Since 2007, our foundation has invested more than $44 million to advance access, awareness, and quality of palliative care and hospice services across the country. We are very honored to be here today as part of the virtual VIP celebration. I apologize, I did not get a tuxedo or even a formal gown for this event. I just kept my sweatpants on the bottom and put a pearl necklace on top. So we're sorry that we can't be with you today and that we have moved to a virtual setting, but hopefully we'll be together again and dancing next year. For, as you all know, the events of the last few months have been quite sobering. And, you know, over 119,000 Americans have died, and COVID-19 has had a disproportionate impact on communities of color. As a nation, we're waking up to racism in our institutions, and we're demanding change. Right now, the need to provide information and resources for families has never been more important. And you all are on the front lines of this public health crisis. And on behalf of our entire foundation, we want to thank you for your leadership and your dedication. We're really excited to continue to support you. We doubled down, if you will, on our support for PPE and to increase the availability and resources of hospice and palliative care providers during this time. So I have never seen more extraordinary challenges in our country, but I'm confident that together we can solve them and look for opportunities for long-term health transformation. So thank you again for the work that you do. Thank you for inviting us to be part of this gala, and let's have a good time. Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Peggy. That was wonderful. I'm glad I'm not speaking for my sponsorship because that's going to be hard to top there. Very nice words. All right, so our next sponsor that we have up here, we have Bob Clark from the first group. Do we have Bob on? If we could unmute him, and Bob, the floor is yours. Looking for Bob.
Don't see Bob. Maybe he hasn't joined yet.
All right, we're going to postpone Bob, and hopefully he can make it back in. So next up in the batting order, Sapphire sponsor, Seasons Hospice and Palliative Care. I hear we have Anne Marie is showing us, but who do we have do we have Anne Marie from Seasons? Nope, we're not. Are we seeing her? Alex? No,
I do not believe she's here. Sorry.
I'm going to creepily scroll through all this. All right. Seasons, great job. I should just call out people I see. All right, next up, Bayada and David Totaro. Is David on? I can't imagine he's missing this. At the board meeting, he had the most marvelous backdrop of some fine art. And I can't believe he doesn't want to show his art off. No? All right. Well, David, we're missing David. All right. Next up, let's just, we'll get down to Caris Healthcare, Norm McCrae. Norm, are you hiding out in there in your log cabin? I don't see Norm. All right.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, there's Norm. Oh, yeah. Nice bow tie, Norm. Fire up, Norm. Floor is yours.
I'm sorry, I missed the instructions. I just joined, so I'm not sure what we're doing.
We're having sponsors talk, and your sponsorship is up right now. And so you get a minute, maybe a little bit more, a minute to tell us about your organization, or you're proud of your sponsorship, the work we're doing. And so we got everyone, and you're up. I love
Okay. Well, thank you. Well, I'd like to use my time to just say, well, I'm representing Caris Healthcare, but I'd like to spend my time to thank the NHPCO staff for the work that they've done during the pandemic. The $1 billion in funds from the government probably would not have happened without their advocacy. The many things that they've done to help us with telehealth and the telehealth face-to-face, and all the different regulatory accomplishments that they've had in terms of like extending the time we have to do assessments and that kind of thing. All those things really have been a tremendous help to us during this time. And I'm just so appreciative of the staff at NHPCO and the boards who support them. And that's what I want to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Norm. I was just trying to talk and I realized I was muted. So thank you, Norm. Appreciate it. We do have a couple videos, but I'm going to motion. Do we want to save the videos till a little bit later so we can get our people on that we got here, so we skip our technical difficulties? We're going to have the videos play towards the end of these, because I know next up, big shout out for this sponsor. I love them. Infinity Hospice Care, Brian Bertram. I know he's on because I saw him. And Brian, can we unmute Brian and give Brian the floor?
Hi, everybody. How you doing? Brian Bertram, co-founder of Infinity Hospice Care, coming to you from our cabin in Northern Arizona, which is why I have this jacket. I think I found it in Darren's closet. It's Husky Brown. I serve on the executive committee of the Hospice Action Network, or HAN, board of directors. This special night is the time to celebrate our accomplishments and the lives we touch all year long. The HAN board of directors is a diverse group representing hospices of all types across the country. Our role in HAN is not to set policy, but rather amplify issues so we can all advocate with one voice for the greater good of humanity. One of those issues is recognized in families who have been deemed non-essential to the care of their loved ones, shut out and isolated from COVID-positive patients, often dying alone in hospitals and nursing homes. On HAN, we will continue to advocate for legislation that brings families together. And what began as virtual We Honor Veterans pinning ceremonies are growing in scale and frequency, and no longer just limited to veterans. In communities across the country, hospices are finding innovative ways to bring relatives, caregivers, friends, and neighbors together to express gratitude and love. Often called celebration of life ceremonies, these virtual gatherings can be powerful and elicit tears of joy. I want to encourage you to continue talking about the value that hospice brings in supporting the family unit. Now more than ever, when family is at the center, communities come together and we can all heal as one. Thank you so much for supporting this, everybody, and be well.
Thank you, Brian. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's why I had you say it. So good job. Next up, State Serve. I see Tim Callahan on there. And if Tim Callahan's on my Zoom, he automatically gets unmuted and gets some time to chat. Tim, fire us up. Tell us.
Well, Darren, thank you for that lovely introduction there. I too just want to say thanks to everybody for all the hard work that they've been doing through this crisis. I see a lot of faces I recognize out there. Really miss seeing you all at the different conferences, and I look forward to to everything getting back to so-called normal at some point. But again, I do want to thank all of our customers that are on the call, all of our colleagues, our fellow vendors for everything that they've done in working through this and really helping the people that have needed it the most. So we appreciate you all and look forward to seeing you all live and in person sometime soon. So thank you, everyone.
Great. Thank you, Tim. Totally appreciate that. Next up on our list, our batting order, we're going alphabetically in case you haven't noticed. Vitas, do we have anyone from Vitas on? It says Bob Miller, but I'll take anyone.
Hey guys, I thank you for unmuting me. I can't see any of you. I hope you can see me. Great to hear all of your voices. In fact, I am just down the road from Norm in East Tennessee, and send my greetings from not only East Tennessee, but from Vitas. I also wanted to thank Darren for the touching way that he described the challenges that we have been through. Remember, back in February, we thought the worst thing that we were going to have to deal with was managing the program integrity legislation and how we were going to get through that whole process. And then COVID came along, and we realized, how fragile really life is. I'm grateful we are grateful for NHPCO and for the support that we've received through our partnership with you all. And I think it's a great thing that we're able to celebrate tonight in the midst of such heartbreak, not only because of COVID, but all the political realities these days. So glad to be here and grateful for all the work that NHPCO and the National Hospice Foundation does. And I'll shut my mouth now. I wish I could see you all.
All right, great. Thank you, Bob. I was just told by my producer that Suncoast that we have Scott Kessler on. They said there was a video. They teased me with a video, but they said now we're getting someone in person. So we went out in order, but Scott Kessler, Suncoast, are you there?
I am here. I am here. And I'm the Vice President for Strategy and Business Development here at Empath Health, which is the parent organization of Suncoast Hospice. First, I want to thank the National Hospice Foundation and NHPCO for hosting this virtual event and for continuing to find ways, very creative ways, that we can all come together as peer organizations during these challenging times. I'd also like to say that we're deeply honored to once again be a sponsor for the Gala. And while we're unable to come together in our traditional way, I'm hopeful that this evening's event is successful in helping bolster support for both NHF and NHPCO and all the amazing work that they continue to do for our industry. As we all know, the past few months have been trying times for all of us. In response, we as hospice providers have had to create new, innovative, and even remarkable ways of caring for our patients and families, and also for reaching those in the community who are mourning the loss of their loved ones under very extreme circumstances. So we at Suncoast Hospice and Empath Health wish to thank the National Hospice Foundation and NHPCO for supporting the work of all of hospices, during these extraordinary times. We hope that this evening is a great success and that everyone has a wonderful time. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much, Scott. Appreciate it. Next up, we got for our Emerald sponsors. I know he's on there. This man owns a John Daly signed golf bag. Ben Chapman from WellSky. Ben, how's your golf game, and what kind of words do you have for us today?
Hey, thanks, Darren, and thanks, everyone. Golf game is still not good, but very happy to be here, and thank you all for inviting us and coming together. And to echo many of the words said already, thank you for the advocacy and HPCO that you've done for the industry, and for all the providers that are on the call, living this on the front lines. Can't thank you enough. I'm with WellSky. We provide technology as well as advisory services for hospice and palliative organizations. About 1 in 5 hospice companies use some of our technology tools. And within that suite, we also provide predictive analytics tools, really helping agencies identify patients that to deliver the right care at the right time, really increasing the number of hours of care delivered in the final days of life, which obviously is a very crucial time. Once again, thanks for having us, and hope this evening's a wonderful event and time, and I look forward to when we could all get back together again. Take care. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much, Ben. Really appreciate it. You obviously win the award for best background so far. I mean, bravo on the background. I really like it. All right, can we go to, are we technologically savvy enough to show our Center for Hospice Care's video? Are we going to be able to play that? Who's ever my secret people working in the background?
Yes, we can absolutely do that. I will share my screen right now.
Right. And then after that, it's on to the speed round for the pro sponsors. So if you are AseraCare, Gladfelter, Hospice and Palliative Care of the Charlotte region, Matrix Care, NetSmart, OnePoint, Simeone, get ready. After this video, you guys are going to get a speed round.
Did you know you're entitled to choose the hospice program you want? That's right, and locally there's only one that's been serving patients since 1980. Center for Hospice Care. When it comes to the number of patients and families served each year, your local Center for Hospice Care proudly ranks in the top 3% of all hospice programs in America. Why do so many people choose Center for Hospice Care? Find out by calling 1-800-HOSPICE anytime. Center for Hospice Care. What kind of care do you want today?
Perfect. Thank you, Alex. You know, that's great. I'll tell you right now, I know that was Mark Murray doing his own voiceover for his own commercial. Bravo. I did not do, if you call Infinity Hospice Care, the on-hold music is someone we paid for. I'm thinking now I'm inspired. I want to start doing my own on-hold music. So there we go. All right, so now we're getting to the speed round. We have about 7 minutes left. And so we're going to go down Pearl sponsors by alphabetical order. So if you're AseraCare and your name's Angie, you got 30 seconds. Angie, fire up. Unmute yourself.
Yay, lightning round. I love it, right? So I'm Angie Sells. I'm between a company. I used to work for AseraCare, who was just purchased or acquired by Amedisys. So I'm still an A girl, right? Here's the deal. The National Hospice Foundation is everything. They do everything for us. They do everything for the disparate. They do everything to make us remember why we're in this business. And so I'm here to sponsor that. I don't intend to change that. When I go to a different A company, it's the power of influence, and I'm pretty good at it. Bye.
Thank you, Angie. Wonderful speed round. Next up, Gladfelter. I haven't seen Sean. Is Sean on from Gladfelter? Do we have anybody from Gladfelter? If you're from Gladfelter, just give a shout out. Well, I'll give a shout out. Thanks for the sponsorship, Gladfelter. They do all of my insurance. Actually, I just moved my properties. They have a separate properties division. I actually moved my buildings that we own into their coverage, wrapped it in with my hospice coverage. So for a big savings, by the way. So Gladfelter, I don't know if they're advertising that product enough, but definitely good. All right, Hospice and Palliative Care, Charlotte region. Pete Brunick. Pete, you there? Do we see Pete? No. All right. Forever hold your peace, Pete. We missed you. All right. Matrix Care, Navin. I saw Navin on there. I know he's on there. Navin, you're up. Matrix Care.
Hey, Darren, thank you for having us. My name is Naveen. I get to lead the Home and Hospice division at Matrix Care. We're a technology company. During this public health crisis, we've been, have had opportunities to talk to a number of hospice organizations. Many of you are aware, our parent organization is ResMed, leading with ventilators. You may have heard our name with regards to ventilators. I've personally chatted with multiple CEOs within the hospice organization, really so impacted by just listening to caregivers, to clinicians, to therapists, to music therapists, and how they've been committed during the season as they see their unique calling. We had a program in place called Nominate a Hero, where we got to hear from them, frontline workers that record their videos and stories and tell them. It was really compelling for us. I could talk a lot about technology. I'm going to skip that, but primarily our vision, we're passionate really about care, and we talk about care runs deep within our organization. And so that is our mission for us, so to be able to partner with you, to partner with your organizations. It's a tremendous sort of fulfillment for us and our employees to be able to serve the community and serve and partner with your organization. So thank you for having us, and we really look forward to continuing our relationship with you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, and thank you for the sponsorship. Next up, I have NetSmart, Ashley Tate, it says on here, but then it says question marks afterward. Anyone from NetSmart? If you're from NetSmart, speak now. If you use NetSmart, say something. There we go. So thank you. All right. We don't have anybody. All right. I know we next up 1 Point Patient Care, Charlie Otterbeck. I've seen him, Chucky O. Everybody give it up for Chucky O. Charlie, you're up. Don't be afraid to unmute yourself, Charlie. I see you there.
Thanks, Darren. My name's Charlie. I'm the marketing director at 1 Point. And as we know, American healthcare is facing a shortage of pharmacists who are adequately trained in palliative care and hospice pharmacy. And so 1 Point in 2014 partnered with the University of Iowa College of Pharmacy to create more of these critically important professionals. Our $1.5 million gift established the nation's very first hospice and palliative care pharmacy certification program. This program is unique. It's 17 credit hours of a holistic curriculum which trains the pharmacy students on all aspects of palliative care, including giving them a sense of those things which medication can't palliate. They perform a 5-week clinical rotation with a palliative care pharmacist and visit patients with chaplains and music therapists. And so we do feel that these graduates are strongly positioned to lead and influence the hospice and palliative care industry. And the University of Iowa College of Pharmacy has established a curriculum toolbox, which they're sharing with other universities for free in order to expand palliative care expertise and to educate the future leaders of our field. And this partnership with Iowa affirms 1 Point's commitment to improving hospice and palliative care medicine for all patients. And our local hospice dedicated pharmacies, coupled with our hospice educated pharmacists, many of which who came through this program, help us deliver on that mission. And if anybody would like to learn more about University of Iowa's program, please contact me at cotterbeck@oppc.com. And on behalf of 1 Point, Darren, thank you to NHPCO and NHF. Your advocacy has been critical during this pandemic, and we really wish we could be there in person with you guys.
Thank you so much, Charlie. You know, my wife went to Iowa, and so she's back here screaming, Iowa, the whole time. Luckily, I had her muted. So good job. So, all right, so we got Simeone, healthcare consultants. Do we have anyone from Simeone on there?
We absolutely do.
Yes, all right.
Thanks, Darren. So, hey, I just want to say that Simeone is very pleased and proud to sponsor this year's gala and really just be here to support the outstanding work of both the foundation and of NHPCO. And despite all that we're going through, it is truly gratifying for us at Simeone to be a part of these efforts and come together for the common goals that we all have. And in our 50 plus years serving hospice agencies across America, I would just have to tell you that we're certainly in awe of the commitment and the resiliency that we see in our industry. And it's a pleasure that we get to help organizations work through those challenges, ensuring quality, compliance, financial success. And the purpose has always been to help hospice and palliative care thrive and to grow. We just want to thank the board of directors, the committee members, fellow sponsors, benefactors for their dedication and support, and just encourage everyone to make this year's the best ever. And I will just share with you, I don't know if anybody can see that on screen, but you've never had angels and cowboys, this is in commemoration of this evening, because I think in our space we've got a lot of wonderful angels and certainly a lot of folks that have cowboyed up during this time. And so just thank you to everyone, and Simeon Healthcare Consultants could not be more proud of what we've done. So
Great. Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to.
Hey, Darren.
Yes.
Hey, Darren.
Yeah.
Darren, Sean Yingling at Gladfelder. How you doing, boss?
Hey, Sean. Nice to see you. Thanks for
So,
that.
So listen, I've been doing Zooms across the country all day. People have been looking at me. I strapped my tie on, and I'm technologically challenged. So go figure. I was here the first time Alex got me fixed and unmuted. So I'll just do my lightning round real quick, and just really wanted to thank NHPCO and the foundation for pushing out and having this event, even in a limited fashion. It's nice to wear a tie again. It's been a while. I'm sad you can't see it. So at Gladfelder, we insure thousands of healthcare organizations and hospice agencies across the country. And as the pandemic struck, we rolled out our business continuity plan, issuing technology to about 500 associates through drive-in lines in the parking lot, through scheduled times to, maintain ultra-high service levels. And as we looked at our business continuity plan, which involved, people doing their jobs from the home, the good news is that our business continuity plan did contemplate a pandemic. Of course, the bad news is we actually got a pandemic. So, we had that in our bailiwick to keep us going. And just as I mentioned, to maintain the ultra high service levels, to keep the claims staff rolling and keep claims checks rolling to our insureds. We took great care to take extra steps to make sure claim checks were FedEx and UPS, where our clients could track the delivery of those claim checks, knowing that they needed the funds, but there might not be people in the buildings to receive those. So that was real important. And then we've also taken the time while we're working from home here to engage in product review and look at our entire products that we offer hospices across the country to make them stronger and improve them, as we push out of the pandemic. But it's really not about us. It's about the clients that we serve, and really all you hospice agencies and providers that are on the front line, for what you do and how you do it, and the incredible passion and the utter determination that you pull it off is truly just dazzling and amazing. So I'm really glad that Alex fixed me technologically. I'm glad to be with you guys, and hope you have just a great night.
Great. Thank you so much, Sean. Thanks for jumping in there. I know we skipped over one because I didn't have anybody Seasons Hospice. I see Kate Proctor sneaking around on there. Kate, do you want to unmute yourself and give yourself a shout out for Seasons?
I will give NHPCO a shout out, and truthfully, all of my colleagues in hospice. It's always been extraordinary to be a part of an industry that really comes together and works together, and where you have someone at another competitor that you can call and say, hey, we're seeing this. Are you seeing this? This seems weird to me. How are you handling this? And it's been such an incredible community always, but it's been especially incredible during the pandemic and frankly, all of 2020. So I just want to thank NHPCO for being a repository for all of these fantastic people and organizations and bringing us all together. And thanks to all of my colleagues, truly, for all of your help.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kate. Love the brevity there. Great job. Also, for our last ones, is that the Gala is starting, so we got to move to the other event, but a couple of quick shout outs. Ido and Elizabeth Bannock, and also Hannah and David Moore were also Pearl sponsors. They opted to not speak because they figured they're speaking at the next one. And I wanted to give a shout out to our Opal sponsors, 3HC, Arnell Golden Gregory, Avacare, Carroll Hospice, Kathy and Patrick Gibney, Delaware Hospice and Clara Pharmacy, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Greg Wood at Hospice of the Ozarks. We see you, Greg. You can't hide from us. Sandy Coleman. Sandy, one-woman show. I love it. Stellari Property Group. The Elizabeth Hospice. I see Jan Jones. You're not skipping for me, Jan. I'm coming there 4th of July. And the Nichols Group. And also our Topaz, Caring Circle, Satente Corporation, Maggie Nair, and also John Radulovic, which, if anything has been worth it this pandemic, it's that I got to be on a Zoom and I got to see John Radulevic's curtains in his living room. So, and that's my new password on my computer, John Radulevic's curtains. But so anyway, so for everybody, great to see everyone. I could go all night, but apparently they're making a stop to go to the other one. So you won't be able to see everyone in the other one. It's a webinar. This was like the best format really, but we could only have, it was really limited. It was like a who's who because they can only put 300 people on this thing. So for everybody that's on this, let's sign off, get on the other webinar for the official gala, not this gala, the official gala, and I'll see everyone over there. Well, I won't actually see you, but I'll be there. So
Thanks,
bye.
everyone. Great to see everyone.
Cheers and thank you, everybody.
Great, everybody. Cheers.
Thank you.
Well.